What's up, YouTube? As eternal beings in all levels, we could look at any of the so-called prophets or any of these people in general, yourself in physical form, your energy. And it has always been here. And like I said, your representation of a frequency in the universe, in the one verse. You are a tone or vibration in the universe. So, was the Christ a female? Are we not female and male at all times? Are we not both? Are these not human bodies that have both estrogen and testosterone? Are we not inverted versions of one another, which makes us the same? Polar opposites that complement one each other. Really not opposing, really we complement. So we shouldn't say opposites. We are the same. Like I said before. You can have a penis and be female principled, or vice versa. So, the Christ, or any of these people, deities, people that have been deified, or prophets, whatever you wish to call these people, if they represented a tone or frequency that was female principled, they will represent it throughout lifetimes, whether you're male or female. So in last life, like for me personally, in my last visit on this earth, I was what people would call a female. So that's why in this life as a male, I'm a more female principled male. Because you got to look at, gender is more so a social term. Sex is the physical. So sexually, I'm a male. But as far as the principality, being male principle, acid, alkaline principle being stop, female. The principality applies whether you have a penis or a vagina, it doesn't really matter. You're in a human regardless at the physical level. So, me being so watery, and again the moon really rules the mentality and the persona, the emotion, more than the sun. So whatever your moon sign is, like mine being Pisces, that has a great influence on your principality. Venus and Mars do too. But as far as speaking on emotions, the moon is directly related. And that's why the moon itself is considered female principle. Water controls the tides. The body is predominantly water. The temperament, the pH, the temperature, all controlled. If we control our temperature, we control our temperament. So, as far as the water that's in us, alkaline to acidic, that determines a lot of how we will behave and what we have. So, in essence, I'm still female principle from this life and the last. And if we talk about parthenogenesis, female energies only being able to create other female energies, in a sense where anytime parthenogenesis has taken place in nature, a female can create itself. And if it continues to do that, it dilutes itself because there's no cycle, there's no expansion in the cycle. So it's just an inward downward cycle because there's no expansion there. So you begin to eat yourself if you continue to do that. That's if you choose to procreate anyway. So in that fashion, in the dense fashion. So as a female, parthenogenesis, we should ask the question, was the Christ a female? If Mary was a virgin, the odds of her creating a child, it's probably going to be a female via parthenogenesis, if we're saying immaculate conception. I'm going to say that was female. Christ was female. Just to entertain the thought. So, in the next incarnation, whether he came back as a male, could have came back a million times, people will reject him like they did then, or her, whatever you want to say. It would always be, hater Hater people marry hater people and have hater kids. So the same thing is happening now that was happening then. So the return, whether it be a penis or a vagina having human, it would still be of female principality. So just entertain the thought. I'm not telling you what to think or believe or anything like that, but just think of it. Was Jesus a female? Is that why the long hair came into play? I'm not saying that males don't have long hair, but just saying, as far as society goes, just ask the question, and see in yourself, it's very possible as far as reincarnation goes, because as a timeless being infinite, and experiencing all experiences that are here to experience, why would you stay one sex or one type of being on one earth forever? Even the physical part of you, the physical part of your energy, is here for eternity. Bone and stone are very closely related. They're very similar. They are closest physical representations of physical dense eternity. And bone creates iron or blood, which is also another form of eternity. The blood is like a library. It's like a memory. Like it is water. In Eastern medicine, they call it water. So it has a memory to it. So you look at the plant life. Natural plants, non-cultivars or cultigens, will convert the rock into fluid, iron, and then the person will eat it, the plant. And that iron is consistent with our blood, and we have now ingested iron. And that would be the chain of course of getting iron outside of ourselves, instead of regenerating it like the plant did itself, as far as creating itself, willing itself into existence, and being a part of an interdependent balance where things rely on it, it relies on things, and there is interdependence, so nothing really needs anything because everything is one. Then we can begin, if we get to that state where we're producers and not debtors, we can get to that point where we can appreciate the small things in life. You can't appreciate the small things in life, again, if you're concerned with the dense happening and then you react, instead of knowing that the small things are really, in essence, the big things. You can't stop a big thing until it comes back small again. And that's how you really just have to, it starts as a thought and control it from there. As the seedling of a thought, as gestation begins from the thought. You have to control it from that point. So yeah, that's it really. To keep it frank and short.